Dr. Alison Patterson, Pro-Chancellor, declare this congregation to be in session. Please remain standing and join with us in singing the traditional graduation song, Gaudeamus, the words of which appear on page 9 of the programme and on the screen above. Please be seated. Tēnā koutou katoa. Massey University welcomes you to graduation week at our Albany campus in the Auckland Supercity. This is the first of Massey's 2012 graduation ceremonies. It's appropriate that it should be held here because the university's future growth and success is to a significant extent closely linked and interdependent with that of this city. We are gearing up for that growth, including campus investment. Last year has seen the stunning new library and student amenities centre opened, and there are further investments in the planning stages. This week, during 6 ceremonies, we will recognise the achievements of some 1,068 students. 32 of them will be conferred with the highest academic qualification, a doctoral degree. Amongst the graduates, we have 220 in science, 8 in music, 53 in design, 159 in education, 429 in business, and 198 from humanities and social sciences. Conscious that you are colleges of business graduates, I checked the additions. That totals 1,067. And I don't know the discipline of the final one. Graduation is a day of celebration and an opportunity for all who care about you to recognise your hard work and success. All at Massey strive to make the occasion memorable. And this year, there is a further enhancement, as Massey graduations are being streamed live on the internet. There is a link to Graduation Live on the university homepage, so that this theatre audience is expanded by those who are watching around New Zealand and abroad. Take your time crossing the stage, and after you are capped and receive your scroll, turn to acknowledge the audience. The cameras are right in front of us, and the entire ceremony will be preserved permanently on Massey's YouTube channel for you to access at will. While we recognise you, it's important that you don't forget to acknowledge all those who have supported you and contributed to your success during your studies. family, friends, and the faculty and support staff of Massey. I'd like you to join me in acknowledging them now. Thank you. Today I represent the Chancellor, who has two principal responsibilities. The first is to chair the Massey Council, the body which is responsible for the governance framework within which the university operates. And the second is to lead ceremonial occasions such as the graduation ceremony. The ceremony we are about to go through is very traditional, having its roots in graduation ceremonies developed some 800 years ago. The traditions such as the robes we wear, capping, the mace, the singing of Gaudeamus, and awarding honorary degrees to outstanding citizens link us to the strong heritage of universities. Fortunately for you, we've come a long way in 800 years. The colleges of Cambridge University in England, for example, were founded out of the monasteries where students had taken refuge from persecution from the citizens of Oxford. Examination was oral, in Greek and Latin, and the range of degree subjects was limited to religion and the classics, as was the opportunity of entry limited. In England, those early years covered the period of the Reformation, which oscillated between Catholicism and Protestantism, and when the penalty for being in the wrong camp was severe, it was execution. Many of the faculty lost their lives, you could say, at the cutting edge of reform and change. You could also say that a university education did not necessarily equip graduates to make their way in the world. Over the years, the growth in scope, influence, size and wealth of universities has been phenomenal. Today, the leadership of these institutions and their graduates are critical to the future social, economic and cultural developments of nations and their communities. We now take very much for granted the fundamentals of freedom of thought and speech and of universal access. To the extent that the vision articulated by Massey is simply that by 2020 we will be acknowledged as New Zealand's defining university and as a world leader in higher education and scholarship. The 6 big goals which support that vision deserve noting. They've been very carefully considered and debated throughout the university, led by our Vice-Chancellor and his senior leadership team, who are ambitious about the future role that Massey will play. As a graduate, you inherit the reputation of this highly regarded institution. I hope you will, by your record, contribute to its future reputation. Massey has and has had many outstanding faculty, and Massey graduates have made major contributions to communities and economies all over the world. You will have met some of these defining people through our recent advertisements and by sheer reputation. People like Kate Sylvester, Sir Richard Taylor, Kerry Morgan, the Honourable Steve Joyce, Sir Graham Henry and the late Sir Paul Callaghan, just to mention a few of our local heroes. The next 3 ceremonies recognise College of Business graduates, so I note some highlights for that college, which last month welcomed a new Pro-Vice-Chancellor, Professor Ted Zorn, a Management Communication Specialist and highly regarded researcher and teacher from the University of Waikato. In June, the New Zealand Centre for Personal Financial Education was launched in partnership with Westpac Bank to improve New Zealanders' knowledge, attitudes and behaviours towards money matters. The School of Aviation is marking a milestone this year, celebrating 25 years of producing aviators with a difference. The school is one of only a few globally to provide professional pilot training with university-accredited qualifications. The ANZ Massey Economics Challenge, a competition that challenged secondary school students to tackle the savings crisis, was hosted in 3 locations for the first time: Albany, Manawatu and Whangarei. It has been an annual highlight on the College of Business calendar for the past 3 years. 2 College of Business staff members, Warwick Stent, who teaches accounting, and Jeff Stangy from finance, are among the PhD graduates, so my congratulations go to them. I conclude by quoting 3 of the criteria for a Sir Peter Blake Leadership Award, which honours another truly great New Zealander. Display some or all of the following characteristics: determination and the will to succeed, belief in achieving extraordinary things, a willingness to learn, a desire for constant improvement, the initiative to pursue an idea, trusting and empowering teammates, working hard, having fun, showing integrity, demonstrate a commitment to New Zealand. And I'd add to that, to Massey graduates, please demonstrate a commitment to Massey too. If you manage to match these criteria, Massey will be proud to have contributed to your development. The university wishes you well. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. By the authority of the Council of Massey University, I, Dr. Alison Patterson, Pro-Chancellor, will now award the certificates and diplomas and confer the degrees on those to be presented and on those in absentia.
Pro-Chancellor, the Pro-Vice-Chancellors and his nominees for the College of Business will present to you the recipients of diplomas and graduates in that college.
Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the award of the Diploma in Business Studies the candidates I'm about to name. Vanessa Ann Gibbon. Prakash Mani. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Business Studies the graduands I'm about to name. Janet Jolly Alapat. Daniel Lewis Armstrong. Barbara Ann Atwood. Maria Batsula. Kim Rochelle Beadle. Emily Ann Blackwood. Nicola Marie Childs, Massey Scholar. Prayut Chiravacharakato. Monique Teresa Churamansky. Angela Marie Couch. Timothy Carey Cox. Sarah Nicole Dance. Carrie Lee Dewing. Nicole Emily Fearant. Mele Lola Fifita. Rochelle Ann Brew. Massey Scholar. Courtney Marie Gerrand. Ruth Bridget Gilbert. Bing Han. Sarah Frances Hannah. Regina Kim Himaman. William West Hendrickson. Farhad Otaki. Julie Ann Houghton. Brendan Elliott Howe. Katrina Michelle Hunter. Nicole Jeanette Johnston. Miranda Claire Dawn Jones. Amy Ann Jury. Sarah Louise Kelly. Do Young Kim. Ashley Francis King. Sharon Marie Larson. Jane Lynn. Jingsha Lin. Jane Lee Afina Lovett. Elizabeth Mendes. Jane B. Mandangus Maja. Olivia Tui MacArthur. Millie Ann McNee. Elatus Isaias Meyer. Monique Marcel Osteban, Massey Scholar. Werner Osteisen. Joel Ernest Reed. Jessica Robin Leonard. Matthew Lindsay Rule. Chad Michael San Giorgio. Andrew J. Saunders. Malcolm Victor Stewart. Lisa Ann Shaw Spark. Claire Susan St. Pierre Massey Scholar. Stephen John Stebbings. Patrick White Tanner. David Jones. Hamish Gregor Bowles. Lee Young. 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 Thank you for your help.
It is now my pleasure to invite Tony Stewart to address the congregation. With more than 20 years in the IT industry, Tony initially trained and worked as an accountant, achieving a Bachelor of Business Studies from Massey University. Tony's systems experience soon found him in hands-on software development roles in a multinational consultancy in New Zealand and in the United States. He then formed Glazier Systems in 1995, which subsequently became Intergen in 2001. In his time in the industry, more than half of this is spent in management positions. In his time in the industry, more than half of this spent in management positions, Tony has had extensive exposure to a wide range of businesses, applications, architectures and development environments, with a strategic focus on the overarching governance of Intergen. Tony maintains a keen interest in technology and plays a pivotal role in the national leadership of the company. He says he didn't get into IT because he wanted to play with technology, but because he believed technology could change the world. While his intentions haven't changed in the slightest, technology itself has changed dramatically, and his goal has always been to make that change a positive thing. Tony Stewart.
Pro-Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of the Council, university staff, students, families and friends, thank you for the opportunity to deliver this year's graduation address. Let me begin by offering my congratulations to you all. Today celebrates the achievement of a significant milestone in your lives. Your lives so far have been focused on developing the skills and knowledge you need to be successful for the rest of your life. Having achieved this milestone, it is now up to you to take what you have learned and make the very best of it. I stand here today with 25 years having passed since my graduation, with the ability to look back at what I have done and what I've learned. In preparing to speak to you today, I thought about the things I did not know as a graduate, what I have learned on my journey so far, and what I can tell you that might help you with yours. One thing I certainly did not know when I started out was where I'd be today. I did have a plan. It was quite simple, really. I'd graduate with a BBS, majoring in accounting and finance. I'd secure a job in audit at what was then one of the big 8 accounting firms. I'd do 3 years, get qualified, go overseas, do my OE, come back, become a partner. Things didn't come out like that at all. The first lesson is you should always have a clear path ahead of you, but don't stick too religiously to it. The opportunities you come across on the way may lead you to an even better place. When I started working, the personal computer was only just making its way into the workplace. It's hard to imagine now, but in an office of about 100 people, there were only 3 computers. Each computer had its own timesheet, and when you used it, the time was charged to the client you were working for. I'd been introduced to computers as a teenager and taken a particular interest in them. I found myself with a unique set of skills in an area where most of my peers had little knowledge. That made me stand out. I guess to a lot of people, what I could do was a bit like magic. So lesson 2 is in business, it actually pays to stand out. Developing a strong personal brand is the key to getting ahead. You need to make sure your good work does not go unnoticed. At my first performance review, I commented that I did not find audit particularly challenging. It was a pretty big call to say to an audit partner. And let's get this straight, I was not aggressive or pushy. I was pretty quiet and happy to just get on with things. It was only a comment, not a complaint. The next thing I knew, I was transferred to the MIS consulting team. The funny thing was, I don't think the partner knew what MIS consulting team did, nor did he really understand what my skills were. He just knew that both had something to do with computers. So there I was, the 4th member of a relatively new team that had previously consisted only of senior consultants. It was a time of rapid change in IT, and we were all learning what to do as we went along. I was given a fantastic opportunity to learn off some really smart people who were learning at the same time I was. That's where I learned the most important lessons of my career. Lesson number 3, it really is all about the people. The people you work for, work with, or who work for you are the greatest source of learning you will ever find. I'm lucky enough to have worked with some absolutely brilliant people. Every one of them had something different to offer, and every one of them had eccentricities and quirks that were sometimes frustrating. I could talk for hours about the things that we've done and the experiences I've had, but the point is I've learned from all of them. I've learned that for some people there are no barriers to what you can achieve. I've learned from others that even simple things can prevent you from realising your potential. I've learned the value of diversity and how important it is to accept the opportunity to learn from others. It's not so much what they teach you, but what you learn from them that counts. In 1995, I had the opportunity to join with 3 colleagues to start my own business. Although we were all doing essentially the same job, with the same job title, we all had very different backgrounds. Going in, we all understood that we had different things to offer, but we really didn't understand how important it was to have that diversity. We had a mix of risk-taker and conservative, detail and big picture, sales and delivery. We had robust discussions and on the whole made good decisions. We took risks and grew the business where others would have been satisfied to stay where they were. We had a policy when employing people that their attitude and interpersonal skills were the more important than their technical skills. You can train for aptitude, but not attitude. That's something we still believe today. In 4 years, we grew our software services business from the original 4 owners to 55 staff across 2 cities. In 1999, in the dot-com boom, we sold the business and made our first millions. Many of the people we hired during that time have gone on to be very successful in their own right. Lesson number 4 is no big surprise. It's about people again. When you choose who to go into business with, choose people who give a breadth and diversity. Use diversity to take you places you would not go alone, but remember to play to your strength and help navigate the journey. In 2001, I had the opportunity to buy the business back. Buying the business back was never the plan. I'd been there and done that, but the opportunity was there, and I guess I felt I had unfinished business. Stepping into the managing director's role as opposed to a joint management position was a new challenge. What I did not realise at the time was how much my personal brand and values influenced the business. When you find yourself in a leadership position, you really find out the importance of the lessons you've learned. I surrounded myself with great people, some of whom I've worked with for over 20 years. We have a diverse range of skills and personalities, but we're all pushing in the same direction. We've grown Intergen from 38 people we had when we brought it back to over 320 people across 7 locations in 3 countries. We never stop learning or striving to find a better way of doing things. Our people are very important to us. We have programs for professional development which utilise coaching and encourage people to develop their own personal brands. We know the benefits of personal growth, and we know that if people grow with the business, it helps the business grow. As you move forward with your careers, don't be afraid to stand out. Massey University has given you a great start. It's now up to you to push beyond your expectations and reach your full potential. You may have finished your formal education, but you will find the lessons are all around you. Keep your mind open and look to the people around you for what you can learn. Work on your personal brand, exploit the opportunities that come your way, and seek out those that can help you achieve your goals. Thank you, and best wishes for whatever comes next for each of you.
Well, thank you, Tony Stewart. You just managed to demonstrate the difference between having a predetermined plan and sticking slavishly to it and ending up at 55, retired as a partner in an accounting firm and wondering what you're going to do with the rest of your life, and seizing an opportunity and surfing with it. So well done. Thank you. We will now proceed with the awarding of certificates and diplomas and the conferment of degrees.
Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present the award of Graduate Diploma in Business Studies for the candidates I am about to name. Leslie A. Clark. Brian Salio Down. Christine Mary Hay. Charmaine Jessie Cohen. David James Mahoney. Pratik Rama. Natalie Spriggs. Teresa Joy Tudor. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present the award of Graduate Diploma in Occupational Safety and Health for the candidates I'm about to name. Sharon Jane Enstrom. Dame Charles Sylvia. Anya Hardy. Shane Charles Lewis. Vincent Lawrence Moran. Kimberly Santos Petrarch. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present the award of Postgraduate Diploma in Business and Administration for the candidates I am about to name. Beta Hana Elvise. Ian Chakraborty with distinction. John Paul Chandler. Joshua Thomas Chapman. Christina Susan Fricker. Shrin Gao. Gregory Rex Gillard. Sunil Goyal. Anna Horai Tai. Dong Wei Q. Anat Salim Jahan. Prashanti Jayaratan. Anita Katuria. Leah Neil Kennedy. Shahana Khan. Rakesh Kumar. Laura May Larkin. Vivian Wavey. Megan Lee McManus. Lina Mishra. Imtiaz Mohammed. Susanna Masaya Susi. Sandeep Pai. Avinash Rao Ananda Chatramani. Sujan Kopra. Ashmita Kodo. Nikki Ashutosh Rashamwala. Jean-Pierre Singh. Yao Wang. Chinmay Wang. Shi Yang. Ray Yang. Nen Zhang. Xiao Yu Ju. Thank you very much.
New Zealand School of Music is a joint initiative between Victoria University in Wellington and Massey University. Today, some of our current students and graduates of the New Zealand School of Music will perform Hammond Sandwich, featuring the sound of the Hammond organ, and a lively samba groove composed by Trudy Lau. Please welcome Paul Naveen on the drums, Christos Nicholas bass, Alex Ward keyboards, Trudy Lau vocals, and Tim Atkinson alto saxophone. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you, Paul, Christos, Alex, Trudy and Tom. Really groovy music. Can we thank them again? We will now proceed with the awarding of certificates and diplomas and the conferment of degrees.
Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the award of postgraduate diploma in sport management the candidates I am about to name. Simon Matthew Gwynn. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Business Administration the graduands I am about to name. Stanford Chi Meng Lau. Saeed Ali Abbas Mehdi. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Information Systems the graduand I am about to name. Darren J. Robinson, second class honours. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Management the graduands I am about to name. Jingyi B. Mary Allen Burr. Agatha Yut Khan Chiyu. Saranthi Randika De Silva. Sarah Firth. Alan Edwin Green with distinction. Araha Justine Maranga Haramaya. Tian Yin. Teresa Janet Moore. Andrea Jill Munro with distinction. Inhe Pak with distinction. Julie Marie Robinson. Wei Song. Helen Margaret Van Ash. Maya Visnik. Chiu Wang. Yao Zhang. Thank you, Pro-Chancellor.
At the conclusion of the ceremony, guests are requested to remain in their seats until the procession has moved from the auditorium. Light refreshments are available for you from the cafe in the foyer. I now declare this congregation to be adjourned. Please stand and join with us in singing the national anthem, God Defend New Zealand, the words of which appear on page 10 of the programme and on the screen above.